T minus 60 seconds. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the 5 Foot Viking Podcast, where we get to drink a beer and learn something new. As always, my name is Whip Trell, and I am your host for 37 weeks, I think. 37 weeks and counting. Still making this happen. So I'm just really blessed and really grateful to be able to be sitting here and having fun and connecting with everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Real quick, wanted to just let everybody know that in the description above and below, there's links to all kinds of cool stuff, lights and cameras and microphones and all kinds of good stuff. Even this really awesome Viking mug is up on there. I think that you can get it on Amazon and stuff. And also there is a link to today's beer, which is a good one. But before we jump into that, I did want to ask you guys, I've been struggling a lot with my website. And I figured instead of trying to do this on my own, I figured I'd reach out to the network, see how everybody's doing out there and seeing if anybody can help me guide me in the right direction. I've been trying to go through, just to let you guys know what I've been doing. I've been trying to go through and build my own website. Now, if for any of you guys that know me, I don't know anything about the technicality of all this stuff, going on and building stuff and code. And I know how to update a calendar, and that's about it. So, really, a buddy of mine told me, he said, man, you should really look into Squarespace because it's a little bit easier, user friendly. You can set up your own website, make it look the way you want. You can put a store on there. You can do some stuff and that's literally what I've been really trying to do, because a lot of people have been hitting me up. They're like, bro, I love the 5 Foot Viking. I love what you're doing. I love your logo. As you guys can see up on this side, the logo up here, it's pretty dope. It looks like a Viking shield. It's got a TFFV in there, the 5 Foot Viking. It's just super cool. And everybody's been hitting me up. They're like, man, like I want to rep your gear. You've got some shirts, you got some beanies, you got some, what else you got? I want to help support the channel. And my original direction was I was going to go out and, I'm thinking old school. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit more seasoned veteran when it comes to getting merchandise out there. But I was going to go to a company and put up all this capital and buy all this stuff and bring it back to the house. And then when people order it through me, I can ship it myself. And when I explained this to a buddy of mine, he's like, bro, you're making me exhausted just thinking about what you are planning on doing. And he said, try going through Squarespace. Now, to make a long story longer, I tried it and I'm still I'm having a rough time wrapping my head around how to make this happen. So for any of you guys that are out there, if you've worked with Squarespace or anything like that, building some type of website, please do me a favor and connect me with who you know, or if it's someone, or if it's you, please shoot me a message. I would love to connect with you and make this happen. I've been sitting on my hands for too long, and I want to get this going really bad. So, but I've realized as of late that I just can't do it on my own. I really got to reach out and get some help from some friends. So, with that being said, why don't we just jump into this guy right here?
Beer!
You're allowed to drink beer?
Anybody got a cold beer?
Do it up again!
Another.
Yeah!
That is a beer.
SKOL.
SKOL, everybody. If you're at home and you're drinking a beer, that's awesome. SKOL. What I'm drinking today, let me show you guys right here. Put it up at the bottom. I'm drinking a Stone Tangerine Express Hazy IPA, which is 6.7%. So it's pretty good little beer. And to be honest, I don't have to do a taste, as of right now, because I drank maybe 6 of these last week and they're just so good. So for everybody at home and you're drinking, put one up in the air for the 5 Foot Viking SKOL. All right, that looks good. Let's see here. Let's go back to the comments now. Let me jump in with some of the comments here. We got my buddy Boris, my man. Always a good friend, always a good supporter. Appreciate you being here. Alberto, what's up, brother? And you know what? Alberto's been one of the original people that has been blowing me up for some merchandise. Yeah, I gotta get this out. Eddie Stevens, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you on here. Alberto, congratulations on the residency. Thank you, sir. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later. My little sister Shivani, geez, your hair is getting so damn long. Yeah, we got to talk. Well, the beard too, and the hair. Yeah, the hair's coming down. It's getting a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I know some people close to me are not. They're not feeling the beard too much. But I'll tell you what. Today, I haven't cleaned it up. It's pretty out there. I should start maybe putting it into some braids or some ponytails or something. But I was this close to cutting it, like this close to cutting, really close the other day. I was like, I'm going to get out there and do this. And then I went to a show and I got all did up and I put my beard oil in and I had it all looking good. And I took a look in the mirror and I just fell in love with myself all over again. It was a fantastic moment. Jarrett Ingram, holy shit, dude, man, good to see you on here. How in the hell do you get your beard to grow so fast? You know what? It's got to be maybe the Viking or the Greek in the 5 Foot Viking. But yeah, I mean, I can shave in the morning and I've got 5 o'clock shadow by noon. It's just it's a blessing and a curse, that's for sure. We got my buddy Jay. What's up, brother? Good to see you on here, man. Thank you so much. Steve, all the way from Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Steven, hola, my friend. Good to see you on here. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Eddie Stevens, I think we're going back because I do have to go back to some of the comments come in about 30 seconds later. So Eddie says, I use Bandzoogle. I'll have to look into that. And Eddie, any information you can send me on that, trust me, I'm an open book. I love everything and anything and everything that you can send me. It would be great. I love this. My buddy Steven, all the way from Florida, says the first merch available, I'll buy. Thank you so much. It really, it means a lot. The support always means a lot. Let me get this off of here and go back to some of the comments. Wait, nope. I went this way. Let's go back up. And I love it. Got a lot of people tuning in. This is pretty cool. Maurice says that's definitely a beard weave. No, dude, this is homegrown, my brother. All these grays. Yeah, I earned every single gray in here. That's for damn sure. That's awesome though. Karen, hey, how are you, my old neighbor? Good to see you on here. Thanks for being here. And yes, miss you too. I love this. We got a lot of side chatter going on. It's fun. Good stuff. And my good friend, Mr. Victor, you would have beard oil. Yes, I do. I do have a lot of it actually, and I go through it very quickly. So any beard companies out there that want to sponsor the 5 Foot Viking, I will gladly test your product and throw it out there. And Debbie says, Debbie's right here. She said, if I can put this up, is it going up? Share. Oh, that one doesn't want to. Let's see if I'm still trying to. There we go. You need silver Viking spirals in your beard. Silver Viking spirals. I like that. I threw the beanie on today just simply because I was running a little bit late as usual. Per 5 Foot Viking, and I forgot. My good friend Mr. Edgar Hernandez told me it's always good before you do the podcast to restart your computer and restart your internet just to make sure that you've got a nice little fresh reboot. And sometimes problem is my computer is kind of old, so it takes a little while for it to actually reboot. But so that's why I'm starting a little bit late. But it's all good. We're here. We're drinking. We're learning something new. And got some more friends here. My buddy Chris Roner, brother, man, says, hola, brother. Missed you at our Fantasy Spring show a couple weekends ago. The one time Steel Rod wasn't playing. You guys are a staple there now. Hope all is well, man. Beard reaching epic status. Yes, it's getting there. And you know what, bro? On the real, we wanted to be there. We were actually supposed to be there too, but we ended up having a prior engagement that we couldn't get out of. That was a birthday party and some stuff that we were doing. It's unfortunate that night, but I did see some replays, and man, you guys kicked ass. So little plug right there. Chris plays bass in so many different bands, so definitely check Chris out. He's always doing something cool, and he's always kicking ass. Awesome. All right, so real quick, I wanted to jump into I want to say a couple thank yous. I was going over my my podcast, right? And my podcast, if you guys are watching this live, you've obviously watched it, but it goes live on Facebook and on YouTube. Now, one of the cool things is that my good friend Edgar Hernandez, my mentor when it comes to podcasting, he kind of just guided me in this way of uploading the audio of the podcast onto the audio platforms. So he introduced me to this platform called Anchor.fm. So if you go to Anchor.fm, on there, you can actually listen to all these podcasts, all the podcasts that I've done in the past, all past 38 of them, and you can listen to them on various platforms. So it makes it easier for me. I can upload my podcast to Anchor.fm, and they shop it to everywhere. So if you go on Spotify, you can find the 5 Foot Viking. If you go on Google Podcast or Apple Podcast, or I think there's Overcast, there's so many different platforms out there for podcasts. So it saves me a lot of time instead of having to upload my podcast to all these different platforms. So I upload it once and it just shoots it all out. Now, one of the really cool things is that I can go into my, quote unquote back office, and I can see the analytics. And I'm an analytic guy. I'm one of those numbers dudes that like seeing all this stuff. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm tripping out because I just want to say thank you to everybody. My main listenership is here in the United States, but I've grown in the last few months, and now I have listeners, and the majority is in the United States. I also have listeners in France, Canada, Spain, Japan, and the UK. So if you are in France, Canada, Spain, Japan, or the UK, awesome. I just want to say big thank you to you guys outside of that, and jumping in and listening. It means a lot. It's pretty cool to see this tiny little podcast grow and grow and grow every week, just doing something bigger. Another thing that was interesting to me is that 90% of the people who listen to my podcast listen to it on Apple Podcasts. The 90% listen to it on Apple Podcasts, and it also gives you a breakdown of demographics for age group and gender and region and stuff like that, which I just thought was really cool. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to fall victim to the whole analysis paralysis where I just keep over analyzing everything so I don't do anything. But it is kind of good to check in on that every now and then and see it grow. So just big thank you to everybody who's been listening and not just watching. But I need to, and here's the second part of the thank yous. I got to send a big thank you to my little brother, CG, who is probably listening to this, maybe a few days afterwards. He messaged me the other day, and I thought it was interesting because it was all capital letters and it said, "Stop fucking apologizing for everything, or I'm not going to listen to you anymore." And I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And he's like, the 5 Foot Viking. And he's like, bro, like I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to read the whole text message, but he basically was kind of telling me, hey man, you I know that you're overcritical of yourself and you apologize a lot. And he said one time you apologized for not having a special guest. And in my head, I was thinking, Dick, I am your special guest. I'm the one listening to you. We don't come on for everybody else. We come out because we love you. And that struck a chord and punched me in the dick. And I thought it was pretty cool. Especially coming from my brother, the fact that he told me that when he's at work, he'll throw on the podcast and he'll listen to my podcast as he's at work doing his thing. He's an electrician. He's kick ass. And I'd actually love to have him on the podcast one of these days, but unfortunately watching it live doesn't work for him. And he told me that, at this time it's, where he lives, it's bedtime for the whole family. It's chaotic in the house. So I totally understand. I totally get it. But the fact that you're listening a couple days after the fact, little brother, I just want to say SKOL and thank you for that text message. It really kicked me in the butt. So much, much love, my friend. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I do need to I've always known that about myself, that it's something that maybe I should I know my level of where I can be, and sometimes when I don't hit that, I feel apologetic and I feel like I just need to apologize for all this stuff. And but it's good to have people like CG who are close enough to me that he can just keep it real and just shoot me a text and just keep it real and just be like, come on, bro. We didn't jump on here for your special guests. It's really cool that you have them, but the people that jump on and the people that text message you and the people that message you every day they're coming on here for you. So if you're in here and you're watching this, it really just means a lot. So thank you guys for being here. So with that being said, I wanted to jump into today's Viking fact of the week. I've been researching this on a little bit of my spare time, and today there was two quick things I wanted to go over, and one of them I found a couple different sites that talk about 101 different Viking facts, and another one 10 Viking facts that you may not have known, and things like that. And I think a lot of people attribute their knowledge to the Vikings based off of either the TV show Vikings, or maybe Game of Thrones or something similar, or cross between the two. There's a lot of, and there is a few documentaries out there too on Vikings, but I did some research. I was looking up, and I just want to give you guys one quick one here that it says, I was looking at this website with a bunch of facts, and it said, so Viking fact of the week: did Vikings raid? Yes. Did they kill? Yes. Was that all they did? No. They were more interesting than they generally portrayed. The following are some interesting Viking facts and for you to enjoy. So one of them that jumped out at me that I think a lot of us understand is that Vikings were expert boat builders. I think that's something that kind of a staple that everybody kind of knows, that when you see the Viking ship. Let me throw one of these up here. Like everybody kind of knows this. And I, at least from my perspective and from my knowledge, everybody that I've talked with, when we talk about Vikings, a lot of people talk about, their boats. So it says Vikings were expert seafarers, and many of their successes were founded on their knowledge of the seas and the quality of their ships. They commonly used longboats that fit 50 people and were also designed in such a way that they could land on and leave from land without any trouble. And so that was a quick little fact. Now I'm going to try something new right now because I found a small video. So let me see if I can do this. I found a small video. I'm going to share the screen here, and I'm going to share the window. Yes, I'm going to try and share this one. Let's see if this works. If you guys are at home, I hope that this works. There we go. All right. So this is a quick little video. I just wanted to show you guys, and it's like a minute and a half. So check this out. All right. How do I turn this off? I'm still learning. Share the screen. Turn it off. There we go. All right. Well, anyways, that was a cool little 2-minute video that I thought I liked it. It was something a little interesting, a little bit on the more grade school level, but I thought it was pretty neat. And while we're over there, my little brother CG chimes in. Good to see you on here, man. Thanks for jumping in. I know it's a hectic time at home right now, but Craig Kyle, brother, how are you, man? Miss you. Hope you're doing well in Huntington Beach. Oh, that's awesome. We got some good people chiming in right here. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your comments. So those were a couple little fact of the week, Viking fact of the week, talking a little bit more about the boats. And then today, like I said, I don't know if I said it earlier, but today is going to be a little bit shorter of a podcast. But I did want to let you guys know I want to do a couple little shameless plugs. A lot of people have been hitting me up, and I know that on my on the 5 Foot Viking, I don't really talk. I haven't really talked a lot about my career. I dabble in it occasionally. We talk a little bit about it, and a lot of you guys know that I'm a professional musician here in Southern California, and been doing this for 20 years. And last 2020 kind of hit the entertainment business pretty hard, but we're making headway. We're coming back. We're doing something, and keep on going. But we've got some big news that I wanted to touch on real quick. A couple big things that are happening in my life and my world of music. So the first one is I have a police tribute band that I play with, myself, my friend Berto, my friend Chris Switch. He's on guitar, so it's the three of us, and we have a police tribute, and it's a really difficult project, especially for me, not knowing all the songs, having to learn all the songs, and having to sing all the songs. And if you know anything about the Police and Sting, those are some really fucking high ass songs. It's been a work. It's been a work in progress, that's for sure. And I'm really proud of what we've been accomplishing, the three of us. So we don't do a lot of shows. We do some shows occasionally, but if you're in the area, the Police Academy, my police tribute band, we're going to be playing on Friday, Friday, October 8th, which is in like a week and a half. Friday, October 8th at the Fantasy Springs Casino in the Rock Yard. So we're looking forward to jamming out there for everybody. And really we've been having so much fun just rehearsing, but it'll be really nice to actually be on a stage and play the songs for people. So that's a big one that's coming up for me. The second one, which is pretty cool and also involves Fantasy Springs Casino, is that my band of 20 years, Steel Rod, this is the band that's uh, really kind of just started me on my musical career, because when we started the band a little over 20 years ago, I still had a quote unquote day job, but the band started doing so well and we started making better decisions and better business deals, to the point where I had the opportunity to leave, you know, quote unquote corporate America, and then and dive specifically into entrepreneurship, being a musician. So that band's Steel Rod, we landed a residency actually at Fantasy Springs Casino. So we're going to be out there the remainder of this year. We're trying to be there every weekend. And after the end of this year, we're going to be there every weekend, every Friday and Saturday, either in the lit lounge inside, where we'll play a little bit more R&B and dance music and stuff like that, or out in the Rock Yard, where we play a little bit more rock and roll. So either or, we're going to be out there. But between now and the end of the year, we're going to be out there most weekends, because when we got the residency, there was we already had some shows that were already booked, and some prior engagements that were already booked, some weddings and some things like that. So like my friend Chris Roner said, he's like, oh, we missed you there. Thought you were going to be there. We wanted to be there, but we had some prior obligations that, you just got to do good business, and you got to be there when you got to show up when you say you're going to be there. So, but once we get past these shows that we already had booked, we're going to be at the Fantasy Springs Casino every weekend, every Friday and Saturday. Really looking forward to that. And the third and final announcement that I just wanted to say about music is that Steel Rod, we've been around for 20 years. We've been in mostly Orange County and LA County, and we built up a pretty big fan base, and we're very blessed to have a lot of friends who come out and support us and watch us and hang out, now getting this residency and taking us out to the desert is it's a really good thing. It really is pretty awesome. But at the same time, we don't want to neglect our friends and our family and our fans that have really built us up from day one. So we don't want to just completely bounce. So what we did was we partnered up with a place called Cities in LA, and we played there a few times and we love it. And the owner there, Mr. Oscar Macias, has been a really, really good friend of ours for years and years. So what we did was we partnered up with him. And so we're going to have a residency there on Thursday nights. So instead of just bouncing out and just going out to the desert and being out here 24/7, we still want to throw a show once a week for everybody in the LA and Orange County area. So we're going to be there every Thursday night starting October 7th. So starting in October, we'll be at Cities in LA. And I'm just very, very grateful for all the things that have been coming together. It's the power of positivity. It's the power of keeping positive people around you and moving forward. We're all going to hit ruts. That's for damn sure. I think the last couple of months I've hit my fair share of some, and that's okay. And as long as we try to have a good outlook and move forward and not dwell on them. And, we're just very grateful for the opportunities that we have in front of us and moving forward. And we're just going to keep building off of it and keep making shit happen. So anyway, so those were some shameless plugs for my musical events. That's literally what I put on the piece of paper. Shameless plugs. But anyways, with that being said, that's really kind of all I wanted to chat with you guys about today. A couple of Viking facts, drink a beer, learn something new, talk about a little bit of music, and I got to get back to homework. I got so much homework. I'm thinking maybe what I should do is when I graduate college, I should live stream it on the 5 Foot Viking. And see, here's the thing. I wanted to shave this the other day, but how badass would it be if I just didn't shave it and I could walk across the stage getting my degree looking like fucking Gandalf? Like, that'd be pretty amazing. But anyways, got a couple last minute things I wanted to jump up here. My wife, she always says, I love your job. She says, I love your job. We got some congratulations on the resume. Thank you so much, Debbie. Um, and my sister says it's the power of music. If I'm a firm believer in that too. I think that music keeps you young, even though the music doesn't keep my beard looking young with all this white. Jeez, I'm debating. What do you guys think? Should I dye it? Should I go for some just for men, or should I just keep the grays in there looking all good? And Mr. Tony Hernandez, how are you, buddy? Any news on Decades? Not as of late. We had a residency at a place called Decades in Orange County, and unfortunately, they had to give up their building. I don't know all the details. I think it was getting expensive, maybe, or something, but they are still looking for an actual building to get into. But they still have the company, and Decades will return someday. But when I know something, we'll post about it, and we'll definitely have it up there. But we love everybody at Decades as well. That they're such a good home, so I wish them nothing but the best. And my good friend, my mentor, Mr. Ed Namrock from the Ed Namrock Podcast. We need to bring that back, buddy. But is it going down at the casino? It's always going down at the casino, always going down. And Edgar, I'm just going to throw this out there. I know that it's difficult for you right now to have your podcast going, and you got a lot of stuff, but I want to do a podcast with you. So let's figure out some time when we can get together, make something happen. Definitely miss having our conversations on here, and we can do some fun stuff in the future. So let's definitely reach out in the next few days and make that happen. So, all right, you guys, with that being said, I just want to thank everybody for jumping on right now. Appreciate you guys, and for drinking a beer, learning something new. Once again, if you guys can please reach out. If you know anybody that can help me out with Squarespace and getting the website going, I really want to make that happen. I think that'd be great. And yeah, love you guys. Thanks for the support. SKOL. And I think this is how you end it.